Hello, this is DracoFlame67, and welcome back to the Tales of Symphonia Boss Tour Remastered. This time we are releasing the Seal of Fire, and the boss for the Seal of Fire is Tugak, accompanied with two Tugak wings. So there's one big fire cat and two small fire cats. The big fire cat has a lot more health, obviously, and when it gets low on health, it will end up casting Eruption. Ideally, you take out the two Cataklings, this name is really hard to pronounce. Tugakling. You want to take both of these out first, and leave the big guy on his own, so that you can wail on him with the whole party. And you also notice that the Tugak and the Tugakling are weak to water and ice. The weakness to water we will exploit in the normal mode fight, and the weakness to ice we're going to exploit in the Mania Mode fight. And I will see you in the normal mode campaign right before the boss. This is the normal mode file. As you can see, I'm bringing in a party of Lloyd, Colette, Genus, and Kratos. I'm still not bringing Raine in. Raine might be our dedicated healer, but right now that's the problem, because her only moves right now are First Aid and Charge is almost completely worthless. It costs 24 TP to give someone else 15 TP. And all she knows is First Aid. Kratos knows First Aid and can also act as a frontliner or an alternate caster. For this particular fight, like the battle with Boda, we have 3 enemies to deal with. We want somebody on all 3 opponents. So I have Colette and Kratos on Scatter, and I have Genus on Attack Same because I'm going to prioritize taking out the Tugakling first. Instead of aiming at, like with Boda, I tried to concentrate on aiming on Boda while letting the AI take out the mooks. This time, I'm going to aim for the smaller enemies. I want to take them out as quickly as possible. So I'm going to have Genus cast to help me with that, and then we continue from there. Before the fight, though, I want to take a moment to talk about X skills and titles for the new game mode. Because this is really the first opportunity to talk about the whole party's X skills and their titles. I talked a little bit about Lloyd's and Genus' titles, but not for everybody else. For X skills, there's not really a lot you can do, because all we have is one extra X-Gem level 1, and I don't think I'm going to set it on anybody yet. All I'm going to say, though, is as you play through the game, characters will learn upgrades to their basic text depending on whether the slider at the top of the screen is closer to the T or closer to the S. So, for example, at level, I think it's level 16. Don't quote me on it. Lloyd will get an upgrade to Demon Fang. If he's T-type, he will get double Demon Fang. If he's S-type, he'll get Fierce Demon Fang instead. And what kind of upgrades you want to have will depend on the character and what moves are more important. Personally, what I would recommend doing, now you can see from my Mania Mode playthrough, I actually have most characters mixed. So I go for one type, and then I transition to the other type to learn the other set. But for a first-time player, I would recommend shifting Lloyd to T-type. His default X skill is strong. I have changed it to sharp-eyed. Colette, again, Colette defaults. I think Colette also defaults on strong. I want Colette S-type, and I guarantee you that S-type is way more important, especially for a first-time run. So you want either strong or tough. As soon as you get her back after the Boda fight, look at the X skills and make sure it's one that you want. I've changed it to tough because I think having a little more defense on Colette is more important than her offense, especially right now. Genus, his default is magical, and he only has one S-type level 1, tough, which I talked about a little in the mandatory Move Mania, about the designs of Triet. But as you're playing through the game normally, or at least as you're playing through, I think T-type is more useful overall. There are some very important spells on the S side, but I will be working toward getting them later on in the game. So start with getting all the T spells, and then later on transition to getting the important S spells after that. Kratos, what I'm going to say about Kratos is, he can go either way. Most of his best skills don't rely on whether he's S-type or T-type. I will just say, whichever type you make Lloyd to start with, make Kratos the same type as Lloyd, so that they both get the same Sonic Thrust upgrade. So we can do something. We can do something special with 2 Sonic Thrusts if they happen to be the same named attack, and they get the same kind of upgrades in Sonic Thrust. So they're either going to get Hurricane Thrust on T-type or Supersonic Thrust on S-type. Whichever one you choose for Lloyd, pick the same one for Kratos. And then Raine, I'm going to say for Raine's X skill, like Genus, start her on T. In fact, for Raine, it's very much more important to start her on T. But there are a couple moves on the S side that you want. But we're going to get those much later. And as for status, Lloyd's the same since the Exbelloa fight. Genus, I still have the title Brotherly Love, but I've gotten the title Study Harder since then. In fact, this dungeon is a very good location to get Study Harder, since most of the enemies you fight in this dungeon are at least resistant to fire. You can just have Genus cast Fireball at an enemy multiple times, and you'll get Study Harder here. But I don't have it set because Brotherly Love is, in my opinion, a better title. Because Study Harder only gives you accuracy and evasion, Brotherly Love gives you HP and defense. Kratos, like Lloyd, he can get the title Tetraslash, and I've had Tetraslash set on Kratos since right after the Vidar fight. The first battle he gets the title the same way Lloyd does. You can go sideways down neutral for regular attacks, and then link it to a level in special, so Demon Fang or Sonic Thrust. And he will get the same title, and it has the same benefits, so more HP and more strength. Colette, Colette gets the Colette's title if at the very start of the game you talk or you inspect a Colette-shaped hole in the classroom. In the Azalea classroom, you look at you inspect that Colette-shaped hole with after Colette and Genus have been added to the party, and before you leave for the Martel Temple, she will just get the Colette's title right away, and this gives her some HP, some strength, and some accuracy. And Raine, shortly after you get Raine, just as you play through this dungeon, Raine gets the title Archaeological Mania. Gives her some TP and intelligence, very important stats for her. So basically, as soon as you get the title Archaeological Mania, set it on Raine and let her get some TP and intelligence with her level ups. So that's all the X skill and title talk I want to get in.
Let's get started. Here.
Sonic thrust.
Okay.
Don't overdo it. First aid.
Tiger Drop.
Okay. Venus. It's magic lens.
Here.
Take this. First aid.
Tiger Blade.
Don't overdo it.
Okay, I need to.
First aid.
Tiger Guard.
Work.
Tiger Blade.
You
okay?
Don't overdo it.
Okay, we need magic lens.
First aid. Don't overdo it. First aid.
Tiger Blade.
Sonic thrust.
Okay, Genus, orange gel.
Work.
Watch out, okay?
Tiger.
Don't overdo it. First aid.
Tiger Blade. Tiger
Aren't we clever?
Get him!
Don't overdo it. First aid.
Tiger Blade. No way.
Take this. First aid.
No way. Demon Fang.
Don't overdo it.
Demon Fang. Demon Fang.
Get him! Aqua
Don't overdo it. First aid.
Okay, that eruption. I tried to do Guardian instinctively. I don't think I have enough. I didn't think I have enough TP for it. Hold on. How much Guardian? 6. Okay, no, it would have. Okay. Anyway. Let's heal up.
Watch out, okay? Get him!
Don't overdo it. First aid.
Okay. Promising some orange.
You okay?
And but he's not done.
You okay?
Don't overdo it. First aid.
Tiger Blade. No way.
Don't overdo it. First aid.
Demon Fang.
Don't overdo it.
No way.
First aid.
Demon Fang. Demon Fang.
Sonic thrust.
Demon.
And that's it.
Boy, you look so cool. I'm starting to wonder about your taste, Colette.
What's that supposed to mean?
Oh, this particular clear screen, this clear scene this only happens if Genus's affection is negative. So Genus has to hate Lloyd in order for this to happen. And I've been picking, and the way I've been playing through the game, I want some specific characters to be in my top 3. And Genus is not one of them. So something I've been doing is I've been making the choices that Genus doesn't like. And I've also been ignoring Genus when you have the opportunity to boost other people's affection. Yeah. Funny that actually got this on screen. Alright. Well, that was the normal mode fight, and I will see you with in the Mania Mode file. Alright, and this is the Mania. This is the Mania. This will be the Mania Mode fight. Now, looking at the normal mode fight as a frame of reference, Genus was using Aqua Edge, and it did do quite a bit of damage, provided that the move hit. One issue that Aqua Edge has is that it travels along the ground, which means it doesn't hit enemies in the air, and the 2 Gaklings are normally really high up. That's why I had Lloyd continue to use Tiger Blade in order to bring the 2 Gaklings down so that Aqua Edge could hit them. So for that reason, you may have been tempted to think, wait, there are 3 enemies, all of them are weak to water, let's use Tidal Wave. Problem is, Tidal Wave's hitbox is like Aqua Edge's in that it only hits enemies on the ground. If something's in the air, Tidal Wave isn't going to hit. So it would be a waste of 60 TP if it didn't even hit all 3 enemies. And for that reason, there's got to be a different spell we can use. We could use Spread, but I think I'm going to use Freeze Lancer instead. This is one of those S-type upgrades. The upgrade to Icicle, which Genus learns at level 11. The S-type upgrade to Icicle is Freeze Lancer. And it shoots several bits of ice in the direction that Genus is facing. So if you have Attack Same, you can direct that Freeze Lancer to hit that target. And Freeze Lancer doesn't just hit enemies on the ground. Its area of effect is a little bit higher than that. So I think that Genus will be able to do quite a bit more damage more effectively by using Freeze Lancer instead of Aqua Edge. And that's why I'm not using that's also why I'm not using Tidal Wave, because of how the 2 Gaklings, jeez, that name, the little fire cats, they're in the air. Tidal Wave's not going to hit them unless you bring them down, and it's hard to time that. Now, as for X skills, for this fight, my setup for Lloyd is the same as in the Boda fight. Ability Plus and Sky Combo gives us Sky Cancel. It lets us use Tempest in the air, and Tempest is a very good move for this fight in particular, for 2 reasons. One, the 2 Gaklings are in the air, and Tempest can bring them down to the ground. So if you wanted to use Tidal Wave, you could do that. And also, the 2 Gak, the big guy, well, he's big, and that means Tempest will be able to hit. It'll be able to hit them multiple times, and you won't have to worry about Tempest going over their head and not doing any damage. So Lloyd can use Tempest in the air for positioning, and also you might be able to deal damage with it at the same time. And then Spirit for more TP, Guard Plus to decrease the amount of damage taken while guarding. You noticed in the normal mode fight, the Tugak shoots out some, I guess they're, I don't know what they are, but like several needles out from in front of them, and it's a physical attack that it's kind of hard to dodge, so you gotta guard it, and Guard Plus is gonna help take that. Colette has the same setup that I talked about in the fire element fight in the mandatory move Mania. She has life up and spirit up, and in addition to that, she has life thief and spirit thief, which they combo with stat boost instead of eternal, and that means that she can regain health and TP based on number of hits in a combo. She isn't quite able to make full use of it yet, but once she gets her wings and she's able to combo much better, she'll be able to get more HP and TP out of it. But even in this, even how Colette is now, she's still going to get a little bit of health and TP. Genus, I've changed Tough off for Spirit, because I want him to have more TP, and I don't really want to rely on Randomizer right now. And since it's a 4v3, again, ideally Genus isn't hit as much, so he won't. And in fact, physical defense isn't as important as magical defense in this fight, because the Kutuyaklings use Fireball, Tugak uses Eruption. Being able to take those fire spells is more important, so I don't even need Tough. I can go with Spirit for more TP instead. And then Kratos, another thing, I talked about Aerial Spell after the Boda fight, but another Compound X skill he has in his setup is Concentrate, which allows Kratos to avoid staggering while he's casting, which means even if he has to stop, he's on scatter and front lines, so yeah, so ideally he's hitting other enemies with physical attacks while I'm dealing with the Tugak Ling. If he has to stop, and heal right in front of an enemy's face, he'll still be able to get that heal off. And Genus and Raine can get Concentrate too, but on higher difficulties, I actually don't like Concentrate on them, because they're so squishy that if they get hit multiple times while casting, they're generally gonna die before they can get the spell off anyway. Kratos, at least, is beefier on the physical side and can take some hits before that heal comes out. Which is also why I'm picking Kratos over Raine for the healer in this fight. Honestly, if this fight did not force Colette on you, I would swap her out for Raine and have Kratos as a dedicated attacker and Raine as a dedicated healer. But because, especially since before this fight, Colette doesn't have wings, but because this is a seal boss, Colette's forced on you, and because of that, well, I'm gonna be playing with Lloyd because Tempest is so good in this fight. I'm bringing in Genus because I really want to use those elemental weaknesses, and that means we have space for one healer, and Kratos is a more versatile healer than Raine is, for this fight at least, because I want a healer who's also capable of attacking, and Kratos can do that. Now I talked about titles with the normal mode campaign. I'm also going to talk about that with the Mania Mode campaign. because the prep work for these, since you inherit titles, the title they had set at the end of the previous playthrough is what they started with in this one. And I'm gonna talk about the titles that they have equipped right now, and why they're useful. Lloyd right now, he's on Combo Expert. This gives him HP, TP, Strength, and accuracy. Accuracy, I honestly don't care about, but HP, TP, and Strength. HP and Strength, Lloyd needs a lot of that. Needs a lot of those things, but Lloyd also needs a lot of TP, and especially in the beginning of the game, he has very low TP, and that's why I want to increase his TP growth. He has another title, Berserker. Where is it? Berserker. It gives him more HP, Strength, and accuracy than Combo Expert does, but it doesn't have that TP growth. Which means that if he were on Berserker from the beginning, he wouldn't have as much TP as he does here. Eventually, I'm going to switch from Combo Expert to Berserker once Lloyd has a lot more TP, but right now, Combo Expert is the way to go, as far as I'm concerned. Colette is Supergirl. This increases all of her stats by a bit. Now, some of her titles give her more of certain stats. In the Minimum Battles playthrough, I started Colette on Little Pickpocket for more HP, Strength, and Defense. But I realized in that playthrough that Colette wasn't getting nearly as much TP as I wanted her to. So I switched to the Jack of all stats title, Supergirl, which gives her a bit of everything. Still gets some more HP, Strength, and Defense than the default title, but also gets that TP. And that's why I go for Supergirl, and she's probably going to stay on Supergirl for the entire playthrough. Genus is currently on Mana Master. It gives him huge TP and int growth, which is why his TP is, well, it's part of the reason why his TP is so high right now. The other one being Spirit Up, and I talked about that in Mandatory Move Mania with the fire elements. He also gets accuracy and evasion as a small bonus. I think eventually I'm going to swap off Mana Master for Ultimate Kid. It's a drop in intelligence, but it gives him a bit of everything else. And since I intend, now first of all, I intend to complete the Advanced Coliseum with everybody, including Genus, and that's how you get the Ultimate Kid title in the first place. But on higher difficulties, I have noticed that, Genus is really squishy by default. And like right now, this Mania Mode Genus, his health is actually a little lower than the Genus in the normal mode playthrough, because I had Brotherly Love on that Genus. Eventually, I'm going to swap to Ultimate Kid for the extra health, the extra defense, in order to make Genus just take a little bit more damage before getting those spells off. Because at default amount of squishiness, he's not going to be able to survive in Mania Mode. He's going to need that extra health, that extra defense. And in the Coliseum, the strength will help a little too. So he will eventually swap to Ultimate Kid. Kratos, Conqueror, again, same deal as Colette. All stats title. Kratos needs to be a bit of everything. That's the kind of character he is. And Kratos also doesn't actually have that many titles. In fact, I got the achievement that got all of Kratos' titles. You can see all of them here. I am currently putting him on Conqueror because I need him to be a bit of everything. This is probably going to be the title he keeps for the entire playthrough. if you wanted to spec really hard into being into spellcaster, like kind of what I did with Zelos in the Minimum Battles run, you could switch him. You could switch him to War God, but I don't think I will. Conqueror is going to be what I do for the entire playthrough. And Raine, Wise Woman. This one is again HP and Intelligence. Intelligence is a really important stat for her, and health. It's got a really good health growth, and that helps Raine take some hits, like I talked about with Genus on higher difficulties. Why I'm switching him to Ultimate Kit eventually. Helping to offset her regularly low HP growth with the Wise Weapon title will help her in that regard. A couple options I'm thinking about. I could switch her to Gladiator Queen for the whole for a little bit of everything, but I honestly don't think it's necessary because Intelligence she needs as much of that as possible. TP, her base TP growth is already really good, and she doesn't crave the TP quite as much as Genus does. And strength, she doesn't really need it, but it would benefit her in the Colosseum, but even then, her strength will, even without that boost, it'll still be enough, I think. And another thing you could do is Monster Collector. If you at least seen every single monster in the game, she gets this title. It does for Raine what Mana Master does for Genus. Really high int growth, really high TP growth, but not much, but no HP. If you really wanted to min-max for TP and Intelligence, this is the title to do it with. But that HP might be more important, especially on higher difficulties. So I'm gonna keep Wise Woman. If I feel like she doesn't have enough TP, I might swap to Monster Collector, but I'm not sure about it. Okay, so that was the title talk. And then, alright, so the only thing I think I need to talk about before getting into the fight is equipment. Like I said, in the normal mode side, for Eternal Apprentice, I'm going to keep the Wooden Blade, but in this playthrough, I want to increase that attack as high as possible, as fast as possible. So I've equipped the Mume. And with all of that explanation, I'm ready to enter. I am ready to enter the Mania Mode fight. Let's go. Okay, so I'm going to try this fight one more time. I did win it, but it was a really scummy win, -22 grade, holy crap. I did figure something out, and that is I'm not using Beast anywhere near as much as I should. Guard Plus is good. For dealing with the Tugak, I do need Guard Plus. I don't think I'm gonna, because I don't think I need to use Tempest in the air. And because the main combo is just gonna be straight Beast, I don't think I need Ability Plus. I can do some things here. Ability Plus, or Guard Plus and Follow Up is counter. So as soon as I can do counters, so I can I've never used this X skill before, but I've seen it. I can basically immediately start attacking right after guarding. That's good. Actually, I'll put the level. We'll put this on follow-up. Oh, add combo spirit follow-up. That's technical. Lloyd gets technical too, not just Raine. Reduces the amount of TP consumed. I am using beasts that cost 12 TP. Normal beasts cost 12 TP. With technical, it'll cost less. You know what? I'll go with this. Guard plus add combo spirit follow-up. So I'm not going to be as good in the air, but I don't think Lloyd needs to be for this fight. I'm also not going to have Kratos on front lines. I need everybody on hold position. Everybody on hold position. I still am going to have Freeze Lancer on. I'm going to have Freeze Lancer on left trigger. So I think I can make this work. I'll try it. If this is a better fight, I'm gonna keep this. If it's a worse fight, I'm gonna keep the previous one. So I think I'll reach it.
Give them no quarter.
Okay, Kratos, I actually need you to, I need you to be on L range so he can, heal, on his own. Colette, you're gonna Magic Lens.
Here.
Demon.
No way!
Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Demon Fang!
No way!
Work! Demon Fang!
Beast!
Don't overdo it.
Freeze
Hey!
Guard. Cool off. Freeze Lancer. Found your weakness.
Don't overdo it. First aid!
No way! Beast!
Guardian!
Here.
Don't overdo it. First aid! Don't overdo
No
it.
way!
First aid!
Out of my sight!
Take
Demon
this.
Fang!
First aid!
Damage guard.
Don't overdo it.
Okay, get back in your corner.
No way!
Take this. First aid!
Damage guard.
Don't overdo it. First aid! Guardian!
No way!
Don't overdo it. First
Go away.
Damage guard.
Deal with your lift. I need to deal with your kids. Oh, Genus, give Kratos an orange
Watch
set.
out, Dave. Force field.
No way!
Take this. First aid!
Item, Colette.
Force field.
Don't overdo it. First aid!
Okay, Genus, just give.
Watch out, Dave.
No way!
Don't overdo it. First aid!
Damage guard.
Demon Fang!
Don't overdo it. First aid!
Oh,
Out of my sight.
Colette, give an orange gel to Kratos.
You okay?
No way.
Take this! First aid!
Beast. Take. Out of my sight.
Don't overdo it. But first
Thanks.
aid!
Take.
Don't overdo it.
Demon.
Okay, oh, Genus, you don't have enough TP for Force Field. That's a problem. Genus, give yourself an orange gel.
Hey.
Here! Force field!
Take. Out of my sight.
Don't overdo it. First
The
aid!
demon bang.
Okay, apple juice.
Here!
No way.
Don't overdo it.
Take.
First aid!
Take. Take.
Cool off! Freeze Lancer!
Take. No way. Take. Beast.
Okay, Genus, apple to yourself.
Sonic
Here.
thrust!
And then orange gel yourself.
Here!
No.
Demon fang!
Beast. Tempest.
Genus, apple to yourself.
Here!
Take. No way. Take. Beast.
Item, okay, Kratos, orange gel yourself.
Guardian!
Cool off! Freeze Lancer!
Okay, one death from eruption, I'm fine with that.
You
Take
okay?
this! First aid!
No way. Take. Beast.
Don't overdo it.
Item Colette.
First
You
aid!
okay?
Okay,
No way.
Don't overdo it.
Take.
First
Beast.
aid!
okay, Colette, give Kratos an orange gel.
You okay?
Don't overdo it. First aid!
No way. Take. Out of my sight.
Take this! First aid!
Take. Sword Raine.
Don't over...
Item Colette, give an orange gel to me.
Do it.
You okay?
First
Thanks.
aid!
No way. Take. Beast.
Don't overdo...
Item, okay, Colette, orange gel.
Do it.
You okay?
First aid!
No way. Take. Out of my
Don't
sight.
overdo it.
Oh,
First
yeah.
aid!
Take. Beast.
Don't overdo it. First aid!
Item, okay, Colette, orange gel. Me.
You okay?
No way. Take. Out of my sight.
Don't overdo it. First aid!
Item, okay, Genus, orange gel yourself.
Here!
No way.
Take this!
Cool off!
First aid!
Freeze Lancer!
Take. Demon Beast. Okay.
Don't overdo it. First
Take.
aid!
Beast.
Okay, Colette, orange gel, Kratos.
You okay?
Don't overdo it. First aid!
Cool off! Freeze Lancer! Keep working on it, okay?
Only negative 0.94 grade. This is a much better fight. And I'm gonna keep this one. Collect God HP, and TP. Alright, so... that was a significantly more different strategy than I was anticipating. But, like the ex-Belua fight showed us, Beast is Beast. And it came in clutch again. Just like the Boda fight, getting one death on a desperation move, I'm okay with that.